Hey there and welcome to another video. This week's video is on the August week 3 top 10 winning products that you can choose for your dropshipping business. Now, this sheet we'll just be using to talk about is just in the description, so be sure to check it out as you sort of see fit. I like to I prefer this over a Google Doc, right? Just simply because I find it more structured, and I hope it helps you a little bit more with links and so forth as well. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. I know everyone wants to get into what these are and the meat of it. Okay, so this one, the Hugle Homie, is one I quite like. The reason I quite like it, now obviously you can see, I believe that's German, is that it has a very low cost price and a very high selling point. Now, you don't have to sell it for that, okay? I put that as a placeholder, but as a general rule, you want to do 2.5 times. So I'd probably put this as $49.99. And that's probably what people would be more willing to pay. And that's a $29 profit. So you're running your various ads, marketing campaigns, Google, TikTok, Facebook, whichever of those. That's a pretty decent, healthy margin. Now, the reason I like it, that's the AliExpress link. You can just go check it out. It's perfect for winter. Obviously, we're coming into Q4, especially in the United States. This is a great item. So people are naturally wanting to buy, and it's cold. This is an item that's sort of a universal item in terms of works for males, females, and it comes in multiple sizes and has multiple colors. Okay, I actually think it's a great item. I personally think that it would sell quite well. Naturally, you would need, what I would recommend would be a video of someone using the product, wearing the product, sitting back like on that, nice and snug, nice and warm, showing how it works, right? Those work really, really well. So if you're able to find creatives and get those made, that would be fantastic. So the audience, right? So I'm more talking here. Obviously, this is for all platforms. We're talking TikTok, Facebook, Google. That because Google now basically have audiences as well. But to give an overview, a lot of people sort of get focused on the item itself, whereas I look at a bit deeper than that about when someone's going to use it. So when you look at the item, look at when they're going to use it. What circumstance? Well, you're cold, aren't you? And it warms your feet, so it's unique. So you want it in times where, like, the targeting I would be interested in is, I love magazines, targeting different types of magazines. So health and wellness seekers, like magazines around health and wellness. I would target ones around just the season of winter. I would literally just target that as well. I would target parents and families. I put that as placeholder. But I would you'd definitely be more targeting a 25 to 44-year-old, because that's the sort of demographic that's most likely to buy this, especially because it's about $49. So you just want to sort of keep that in mind. You want to target people that are into fashion, so fashion magazines, famous models, okay? And I would just target it that way. In terms of gender and age, again, I'll add that in future ones. I actually forgot to add it to this one this week, but I would target this one to men and women 25 to 44 in the United States. It'll actually do quite well, especially coming into Q4. And you can do that via TikTok or Facebook, right? So I know a lot of people do TikTok. Obviously, Facebook works as well. So hence why I try and cover both. This one is quite a good item. I like this one. I just think it's a really nice item. It's sort of a want, again, and also a need at the same time. So be sure to keep that in mind. But, basically a compact solution for your essentials: cards, phone, cash, and keys. This bag is sturdy, lightweight, and comfortable on my shoulder, okay? So it's sort of a want and a need, but in many regards, it more leans towards it being a need, because like men, and that we have pockets, but a lot of women's clothing doesn't have pockets, right? So this one has a great margin, and again, quite comfortable to sell. It's an all-in-one. Everyone loves all-in-one. It's a clutch. It's a compact design, maximum flexibility, safeguard your phone, versatile style, durable and stylish, with soft vegan PU leather. That's a really strong selling point. I should add. There's a big trend about a vegan and sort of sustainable So make sure to keep that in mind. I would be definitely targeting women for this one. 25 to 44 again. It's whenever I generally do 25 to 44 as a default, but especially when you're selling items, especially over $20 as a selling price, it's actually quite a barrier for a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds in their current circumstance. I would target this to United States. This would definitely do very well in that. You want to target, again, people that are, while I put these, it would be more people that are into fashion would be a big one. Travel would be the other big one, and sports enthusiasts, okay? Because they're going to, so between those, again, when it comes to travel, I would put holidays, I would put travel magazines, I would literally put different types of, believe it or not, I actually target, one of the audiences I target a lot is different caravan brands, because it's tied to travel. Remember, don't just think about that, think about in what context. If you think of a camper van, a caravan, people aren't going to get that without travel. You know, you think about boats, that's travel and stuff as well. You think about fishing, that's travel. So you think about not just what the activity is, but no one goes fishing without some form of travel, right? So they have that, and so those is how I'm just trying to teach you to target. Okay, moving on. I quite like this one, the single roll and dog poo bag holder. You can see that it's a good item, and the reason I like this item is it fits any type of dog related circumstance. Again, you know, for what we're trying to sell items that are easy to ship. We're trying to sell items that are easily scalable, and naturally items that allow you to mold around any circumstance. You know, you look at this image with that dog lead, you look at this one with that type of dog lead, you look at the replaceable bags that it has too, and that's what I like about these two. If you get the bags with it as well, it's naturally an item that people are going to buy, because you're going to usually you buy that, and then the bag is only the bags for the dog bags are actually only compatible with the actual bag holder. So it actually has it'll naturally have a lot of repeat customers, especially if it's a good quality product. As you can see, this one's branded, but you can definitely find it on AliExpress. I would strongly look at getting it branded. That would work quite well. This works with those very, very well. So it's a very strong need item. As someone that is a dog lover myself, I can see the value in this. I already have a similar related item, and I use it in a similar fashion. So it's really, really handy. You can see how easy it is to replace. It's got a nice zip. It's nice quality, okay? So it's a very convenient item, and it works around the world, right? Because dogs are all around the world. Again, to keep it simple, I'd be targeting this one to 25 to 44-year-old men and women, okay? Because men are just as much dog lovers as women, right? But I really try and target that. So pet owners, definitely target. You would want to target people that are into pet magazines. Famous types of dogs and cats can even be from cartoons. You know, I target a lot of those because people follow them. Let's say like Scooby-Doo, right? It's a dog. People would only follow Scooby-Doo if they thought it was worth it, okay? So in upcoming videos, I should add, I will be expanding on this and making this more clear, but that's sort of that one as well. And again, all of this is in the description. I like the foldable grabber. Now, this item, again, is a universal item, easy to ship. I always look at the bigger picture because you've got to think of logistics and stuff as well. So I very much like this item. It is on the lower end. You would still want to target 25 to 44. This would probably be more a male actual item, okay? Men and women naturally, but for this one, because it's more tied specifically to gardening, it feels like it's more men. Sometimes obviously I am wrong, okay, but this is sort of what I observe would be the right one. It just feels like typically men, this is an item that is more hardware, more DIY, and typically that is where, and at times if you're ever not sure, like I'm not sure now because I don't always get it correct, you can see what I look for is I look for the reviews, okay? So male, 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 male. Okay, so the latest reviews are all male. So that's why whenever you're unsure, you just look at some past data, simply looking at reviews, and you generally get a strong snapshot. So and having again a look at the pictures and stuff, you can see that it's an older demographic. So the part where I'm actually wrong is it's male and female naturally, but it's male, but it's actually a really good item for elderly people. So I'd actually target this to 25 and beyond. Okay, so that's where as well having a look at the product page can give you some inspiration about where some gaps are. All right, but I love how it's versatile, it's simple, it's not just going to break on shipping. You do have good margin, it's a lower ticket item, okay, and people will probably buy multiple of those as well. So you definitely want to try and upsell that too. The foldable LED dimmable lamp, this is a want and need at the same time again, but I would say it more leans against a need. You can fold it, expand it, hang it right away, right way up all the way around, right? So, it's great for people that do riding and that at night. Again, high-end simplicity, foldable body, switchable mode. You can see this is very much a drop shipping store, multiple seat, warm light, okay? So you can see that, these reviews have been imported. I would definitely do a marketing angle of it being used more at night when someone's doing some writing in a journal would be the type of creative. I would probably target this again at 25 to 44-year-old men and women that they like tech magazines, they like tech companies, they like home decor companies, and home decor magazines. Okay, so you can sort of see the rhythm here. You target companies and you target magazines, or you target like a famous person that's like a home decor specialist, right? Like you look at various TV channels, and you look at a famous person in that space. Moving on, we've got this item I really like. Snow ledge. And the reason I like this is it's coming into Q4 and it's coming into winter. So naturally this is going to be a US based item, obviously Canada as well. But I always just start with the United States. You have the biggest audience, right? You can see that this one has quite a large margin. Okay, and you can get it. People will buy this naturally coming into that. They're into snowboard brands, okay, ski brands, ski clothes, various skiing type brands. They're into sports. They're into various types of sports. I would put literally the sport of skiing, snowboarding would be the types of sports. Parents and families, I wouldn't actually really do that. I probably should update that. And gift lovers, ignore that. Sometimes when I go through these, I get it updated and I get it wrong. But again, you can see that this is a fantastic item. It's very self-explanatory. It has a box, it has the goggles, it has a user manual, and it has extra lens. Okay, so people that want to, and it has a lot of different colors. People have different preferences. Like if I look at this, that seems to be mine. Okay, but someone else, that might be theirs. So you get a lot of flexibility with this item. It's easy to ship and it has great margins, and you can sell it in bulk because people would probably buy it for their family, and a lot of people would buy it for their partner. A lot of people that go skiing want to go skiing together, and having matching these like design and then different colors is a fantastic thing to do. So make sure you do your quantity breaks, and again target various types of audiences around skiing brands. Okay, is what I would generally do, because especially coming into Q4 and winter, it's absolutely perfect. The fold and go blanket, again on the go foldable travel blanket. I like this one. Okay, it's just a nice, great item. That encapsulates a lot. Like, who hasn't been in a car and a bit cold? You're having a rest, and you're seeing that. Okay, so you want to picture the interest that, as you can see, this one would be an older and younger one. This one's a bit vague in terms of ages. I would actually go 18 to 44. This doesn't feel like an older individual's related item. It would be great naturally for travel, right? So again, various travel magazines. I would actually target planes, because this item would do really well, or plane companies, I should say. This one would do really well on a plane where people are on the plane, right? And you're cold, and you want to rug up, right? So I would target things like that. Also various trains, if you can. Train companies. The reason I don't just say trains is because train companies is sort of a step further, so it's a bit more specific, but you can definitely target trains as well. Okay, I would target things that have a lot of long distance travel. Buses, yes, as well. I would target that too. So trains, buses, not trams because you're usually standing up, and then planes. So those work really well in terms of the type of targeting that I would target in that regard as well. Those would be my main ones, and try and find magazines around that too, even if it's magazines around cars. Okay, because they work quite well. Those people are quite invested in that. The Heatless Healthy Hair Cutlets. So as you can sort of see, this is naturally a female-dominated item. And so you'd be naturally targeting women. The price range, I'd be more targeting 25. Okay, it's women that want to have nice curly hair, do it at home themselves. And again, whenever you're not sure, you have a look at the reviews. You can see this is likely just being imported. But you can see, you know, again, it's more female-dominated item. I would simply target, when it comes to this, because it's got a good margin, I would simply target, as I said, women 25 to 44. I would target women that are into fashion magazines. Let's say like Vogue is a really good one. Famous Models would be another one, and hair and beauty brands, right? So I would target various beauty brands. I would target various hair brands. You know, there's plenty of those out there. Whenever you're not sure, I would type in top 10 hair brands, and then you got your inspiration. You won't find all of these in interests, okay, but you can sort of see at times whenever you're not sure, hair care brands, okay. Or I might put in top 10 shampoo brands or conditioner, okay, because women usually use a lot more conditioner, right? So this is where I just sort of have a quick look, because naturally we don't know everything. This is actually more just on the wrong path, but you sort of see my point, right? Whenever I'm not sure, I just type in top 10 and it gives you the inspiration. Once you find one, Facebook and TikTok will try and recommend you similar ones, and that's simply how you sort of would target that. This one I quite liked as a steamer. I think that the description, the heading is really bad, I should say, with this. But what I like about it is it's a universal item. It's portable. It's simple. You know, you can sort of see the images tell a lot of the story. Ultra fast to heat up, continuous steam. It has a little water tank, easily replaceable. You can see that it's stainless steel, works at any angle, safe to use in any positions, no water spitting, okay? So, you know, a lot of people iron their clothes on a frequent basis for various reasons. So I would definitely look at, when it comes to interest, I would again more look at, this would be a more what feels like female item, and you look at the images and it has females in it, which sort of reinforces that it would be more a female that's likely to buy it than men. Men will naturally use it, but it's more women that would generally on a typical basis buy this. So I would target women 25 to 44 in the United States, as I've always said. I would target ones that are into clothing, various clothing brands, various pants brands, and what are the new sort of trend of pants, of like yoga pants and sporting ones. And I would also look at targeting, because naturally you want to steam your clothes for professional formal clothes. So you want to try and find some brands that are around women's formal clothing for work and so on and so forth, for going out. And I would look into those types of brands is generally what I would target. Again, you can go broad with large interests being magazines, fashion magazines as well, and famous models. You don't have to get it perfect. You just want to start with those. And that's literally it. The algorithm will do the rest, because the key is the creative, the product, pardon me, you have a good product, which is what we have here, and then you just have a nice creative to support it up there, and then a nice product page as well to sort of support that initiative. Okay, but that's definitely a great item, and people will definitely buy multiple over time as well. This last one, the Shockproof armor case, I very much like this just simply because when I was having a look at it, it caters to all different types of iPhone and Samsung. Obviously, we all know those are the share of the market, up to very old versions now. So these things are really important. It also acts as a wallet. Like, it looks cool. It is cool. It protects your phone. This does feel like it is more a male-dominated item for both iPhone and Samsung. So you're more likely to get this because of the look of it. You're more likely to get men buying this. Okay, women wouldn't generally buy it. So I'd actually target this to 18 to 44-year-old men because it's around that $20 mark. It feels more like a male-dominated item. And it can store your card. So I would focus on the benefits of that. You can sit it up here and watch a show. You can set it up for all your cards very, very easily. It's very, very secure, and it protects your phone and protects the edges. It's very important that you sort of do that as well. As you can see, that's very much what they're focusing on. So I always look at the description. It has camera protection as well, which is an important one I didn't think of as I was saying that. And you want to get the important words like useful kickstand, there we go, useful kickstand. And me. And if I have a look here, you can see a lot of the reviews don't look to be men and women. But there's a bit of a mixture, but I'm seeing more male, at least from what I see based on their names. So that's where sort of I would target that. And again, the audience to target would literally be Samsung or iPhone. Simple as that. I would target various tech magazines and tech companies. So people that buy this, I sort of look at this and I would say, I know it's not entirely, but I would say Tesla, I would target Facebook, I would target Instagram, because you want to target those sort of tech companies. This is a sort of techie type of product. And that's sort of what I would also target. You also want to target that people want rigidity. So I would also target people that are into various types of travel magazines and various popular locations as well. And it feels like this is an item that would be really good for people that like to do hiking. So I would target hiking and hiking brands. Okay, so that's it for this video. Be sure to go through these. As I said, in the next one, I will update it with the men and women and stuff as well, so it's more copy paste. I just started it there, and I will be doing some further updates. I hope this is clear. If there's missing information, please sort of let me know. But otherwise, I hope this is a good start. I do appreciate your time. This will again be in the description. If you did like this, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, share, as well as comment down below if you have any questions about any of these. More than happy to help. Thank you very much for your time. Take care and goodbye.